a couple of things that have been on my mind for quite some time that I've just been thinking to myself that it would be very, very nice to have a very general consensus, or should I say like a general discussion on it with you guys, and to have some of your opinions about it, especially as somebody that is living in Canada. The first thing that has been on my mind is this, and I see a lot of videos on it on TikTok especially, is that when people relocate, the pressure and the expectation that is all of a sudden now on their shoulders kind of multiply by 10.
60% of Nigerian immigrants living abroad are depressed because of family and friends entitlement, but nobody is ready to have this conversation. Before you leave an insensitive comment, watch the video till the end. Some family members feel entitled that it is your duty to support them financially because you live abroad. As a young immigrant living alone in a foreign country with no hope of support from no one, juggling between hustles and 9-5 to pay your extreme living bills and save for your future, the last thing you need are parents or family members putting high pressure on you to sort out their needs. Between the pressure of being the golden child by living up to their expectations and trying to find your own purpose in life without parental support, you might as well break down and burn out without anyone noticing because you want them to believe everything is going well. And when you try to communicate your struggles to them, you become the family's disappointment and therefore a failure. Kudos to everyone doing their best for their family while struggling to maintain a smile.
And I have been trying to ask a lot of people around me, why does that happen to a lot of immigrants in Canada, in US, in Sweden, in Europe, all across the world? Why is it that when somebody relocates to another country, the expectation that people naturally have of them becomes multiplied by sometimes up to 10 without having adequate knowledge on how that person is settling, what they are doing to get by, if they even enjoy their job, if they have work-life balance, if their mental health or emotional health is okay. I saw a particular video where this guy was basically crying. I'm going to see if I can insert it in any part of this video. And he was crying because he was just coming back from a shift to go to another shift. So he did like a night shift, and then he's still going to have to go back to do another shift on a second job that he has, and he sent $200 to his mom in Nigeria, and the woman said, oh, this is actually just 200,000. What I asked you for was 400,000. Why are you sending me 200,000 when I have to convert it because it can barely do what I have asked that it will do for me? And that doesn't make any sense to me because, see, whether you guys like it or not, let me just put it this way. Those who are abroad actually know working for money and making money is difficult everywhere in the world. In fact, in some climates, it is more difficult than other climates. Do you know that in Nigeria, it is very, very easy for you to be rich because there are so many avenues for you to be rich. There are so many businesses that you can do without regulations, legal premises, signing procedures and all of that, and you would thrive. I'm telling you, and you would thrive. But here, to start your own cooking business, like if you want to open a restaurant here, for example, do you know that the government needs to come and inspect your restaurant? They need to sign off on hygiene. They need to sign off on water, on fire, on seating placements, on air, on heating vents. They need to sign up on things like that. I'm going to give you guys an example. My hairdresser, when she was moving from our old store, or should I say like a warehouse that she converted into a salon, to a bigger space, she was complaining bitterly to me that the person, she already agreed that they were going to come and check, but the person that was supposed to come and check the ventilation system, the heating system, was postponing because they didn't feel like it was urgent enough because she's Jamaican, of course, an immigrant. Why are you pushing me to do something outside of my comfort zone when you're just an immigrant in our country? So that is what people have to deal with to start businesses here. If you are in Nigeria, it is easy for you to start a YouTube channel. It is easy for you to start a business. It is easy for you to change a job. Here, talk to your immigrant friends here and ask them really how easy it is for them to change from one job to another. It's not as easy as, oh, I saw a vacancy and I'm applying and I just got it. It doesn't work that way. Sometimes you will go for the interview and they will tell you you don't have Canadian experience. Oh, you don't have London or UK experience. Oh, you don't have this experience. And people will have to resort to jobs like warehouse jobs, working in mortuaries. And then when they now put all that money together, they now send it home. You will now say, oh, this money is not enough for what you asked for. Imagine how that person feels. That is what people are dealing with here. The pressure from home, once you relocate, it multiplies by 10. And I don't know why. Because people think when you put on that puffer jacket and you wear that jeans and your skin all of a sudden starts to look smooth and fresh, naturally you have a lot of money. But that's not the case. The environment is not like that. It is just good on the skin. Sometimes it takes a toll on the mental health, on your emotional health. I'm going to give you guys an example. There was a time, was it like 2 weeks ago? I just felt like I was in a rut. Like mentally, I was just like zapped. And I had to take an entire week off. Do you know that because I took an entire week off, my engagement took a dip, my YouTube took a dip in terms of engagement, analytics, and all of that. If you take sick leave without it being approved, it will be removed from your pay. That doesn't happen in Nigeria. I took a lot of sick leaves in Nigeria that nobody removed from my pay. If you try that here, it will be cut from your pay. That is what people are going through. If you clock in with a key card or with like a PIN card, where you clock in on your hours and you take it there, and you arrive at 8:30, do you know you have to clock in at exactly 6 hours or at exactly 4 hours from that 8:30? Your lunch break is going to be allocated for you. You would literally sit and work for the hours that you are being paid to work. There is no idle time like it is in Nigeria. There is no idle time, oh, let me just chit chat and chat with my friend. There is nothing like that. Some jobs don't even allow you to bring your phone or your devices inside. People literally have to get on with their job by opening sites like Mozilla Firefox, Google, Yahoo Mail, and be watching TikTok desktop on the side. If you are caught, you will even be penalized. That is what your family, friends, your cousins, your siblings are going through abroad. So when they send you money, if you're watching me and you're in Nigeria, let us have a conversation about this. The immigrants abroad, let's talk about this in the comment section. And they are sending you money. Don't say things like, oh, the money that they sent is not up to what you asked for. Why are they sending you this particular amount? Friends, community is harder to build here. In fact, if you are so blessed to be a part of a community where you feel loved, your needs are attended to, like somehow you are able to, you have a place in that community, you are actually missed. You don't know what God has done for you. And that is where I count my blessings. I am so fortunate and so blessed to have landed into Canada, and I was thrusted into the arms of good, loving people. I've talked about them over and over again. It just keeps getting better and better, but that is not the case for everyone. It is harder to maintain relationships from distance. It is harder to maintain friendships here and maintain friends that you had from Nigeria. You are dealing with distance. You are dealing with the fact that that person is trying to settle. You are dealing with the fact that you people now have different goals. Do you know that when your friend relocates abroad, their goal is no longer your goal? What they want for life is no longer what you are asking or what you are thinking about or what you have as your own goals. Do you understand what I'm saying? If somebody is here and they are your very close friend and you've been friends with them for over 10 years back in Nigeria, as soon as they get here, their top 3 things on their agenda would be to have a stable source of income, roof over their heads, and consistent ability to be able to buy food. Food, those 3 things. Because clothes here, you can thrift it, you can wing it, it's easy to just wing. Do you understand? But that's not how it is in other parts. When your friend is here and maybe you call them and they don't pick up or something, please be more understanding. I remember vividly when I was doing like a live update with you guys, I was talking about how some of my friendships kind of like waned out and it just fell by the wayside, and I did not bother to like pick it up or resuscitate it, because if you don't look for me, I will also not look for you. That is what it has become. I'm just going to be honest, because we are now adults. We are all dealing with evolving to be better people with new goals in life. Do you get? With distance, with jobs, with normal life obstacles. You have to put yourself out there if you want to find good friends. If you are somebody's friend, and this goes for if you are in Nigeria and you have a friend abroad, you have to be more understanding. You have to be more empathetic of the distance, of the fact that sometimes these people are alone in the diaspora. They don't have family. They don't have family. And so any small thing you are the type to argue, or you are dating a guy that is abroad, you are the girlfriend that picks fights, he will not call you. The friends that I have now, I'm going to tell you for a fact, we are looking for the same thing. They understand because we are here. Not that I don't have friends in Nigeria. I have friends in Nigeria, but they are still my friends. There are people that I can call my friends in Nigeria because they are understanding, they are empathetic, and they are always generous. I'm telling you. And so I'm able to reciprocate. Nobody's going to be friends with you if you are not reciprocating energy. Oh, don't call me. 10 reasons why you can never be my friend. 10 reasons why you can never be my friend. I don't pick calls. You will not have friends, though. You will not have friends. You don't go for people's birthdays. You don't show up for people's birthdays. You don't buy them presents. You are not the type to be generous on people's special days. Anniversary. The husbands of your friend, you don't ask your friend, oh, when is your husband's birthday? What are you planning? You are not a part of their lives. You will be cut off. And it's not because they are trying to cut you off. It's just that the people who are able to do all those things will take your place. That is just it. Feminism is breaking a lot of marriages in the diaspora. And honestly, this one, I'm going to say it in my adage. I'm telling you. Because all the things happening in Nigeria, you see, people can just put their phone on a tripod stand and make a video condemning their husband in Nigeria and all those things. Marriage is different abroad. What you both are looking for, you will have to sit down to realign it. You have to sit down to put heads together on the common goal. You have to decide on a common goal. All this, oh, my money is my money that you used to do in Nigeria, it cannot fly here. It cannot fly here. All this, I don't know how to microwave my food, I cannot cook, I'm a man, why should I cook? It cannot fly here. I'm going to say it this way. I would say that I believe in what feminism truly stands for, and I'm going to read it to you guys. Feminism is the belief in and advocacy for full social, economic, political equality between the sexes. That is what it is. What your TikTok people are talking about on social media is not what it is. This man-hater, man-eater vibe is not what it is. Oh, why should he ask me to do this for him? This, that. That's not feminism. That's not what it is. It's a twisted and a warped sense of feminism. That is what they are preaching. So when you export value systems like that and you take it abroad, when you export it abroad into your marriage, it will lead to deterioration and it will lead to breaking. It will lead to dysfunction. It will lead, I'm going to give you guys an example. Sorry to just stop abruptly in the middle of that thought. I entered this Uber driver's car. Most times on my hair care days, I like to take Uber just for extra, a little bit of comfort. So I was in the Uber and it was driving me to the salon. And then when he saw my name on the Uber dashboard, he was like, oh, so you're Yoruba, this is that. And I always wear my wedding ring. So he was looking, and he just thought I was wearing my wedding ring. So he was like, oh, you're married? I said, yes. Is your husband here with you? I said, yes. Oh, wow, this is that. Where do you guys stay? I said, we stay around because you're a stranger. I cannot be telling you my house address, even though you picked me in front of my house. But anyways, and then we got on talking and he was like, oh, wow, it's a beautiful thing to still have your marriage standing strong if you are in Canada and all those things. And he wishes that was still the case with him, that one day his wife just woke up and was like, she's not doing it again, this is that. But even though they had been having difficulties and issues, and he's like, why is she not cooking? Why is she not still cleaning the way she used to in Nigeria? Why is she not more understanding the way she used to be in Nigeria? This is that. You know, maybe he was thinking that I would take his side, because the lie of feminism is different from what true feminism is. There is true feminism and there is the lie of feminism. The lie of feminism is what I don't stand for. True feminism is that equality. Do you understand? Oh, why doesn't she cook? Why is she not more understanding, like the way she used to be in Nigeria? Even though sometimes I'm unable to help with the kids and my work is more demanding, but she's not even understanding at all. So I tried to ask the man that, oh, have you guys had previous arguments in the past? He was like, oh yeah, they used to argue a lot, and he's the type of person that for a long, if they argue like that, he might not talk to her for days. Oh, okay. And he likes to always, sometimes you just sit down and be pressing her phone, and he's like, oh, why is she pressing her phone? Who is she talking to? Okay, so you are a little bit emotionally abusive. You are controlling, because why do you want to know who she's talking to? You are all these other things that I noticed in that entire conversation. And then I now asked, this was what actually gave me like a very clear picture. I said, since she moved out, have you gone to her house to like beg her and try to patch things up to see if things can work? Do you know this man in the middle of the driving just flared up and said, why should I go and beg her? I mean, traditional man, this is, I said, okay. It's my fault that I even tried to put my mouth in this situation. Like, wait to concern me, like, it's my fault. And he just flared up and he was like, hey, all those are boyfriends that she's dating now. She should not worry. Those men, they will use her for her citizenship. She should not worry. Those men, she shall not take my children away from me. She should, not to bore you guys with all the excesses of how it sounded. I knew that he was stuck in his ways. Do you get? He still does not believe that a woman and a man should be equal, especially in a country like this. Because there are some things that cause fights here that will not cause fights in Nigeria. Do you know house chores can cause fights here, but might not be causing fights in Nigeria because you had help. Here, if you have a partner that is not helping you with house chores, you can fight about it. It will cause fights. In Nigeria, it might not cause fights because you had help. People will come clean for you and go. You had nannies, you had all those people. Here, your partner is telling you that they're a traditional person, and because of that, they don't want to help you, and you are exhausted. You complain and complain and complain, and they are unreasonable. What do you think is going to happen? The marriage is going to break down. The marriage is going to break down. And I want to just balance my view of feminism by citing those examples, in that I actually believe in true feminism. The lie of feminism that I don't believe in is a woman thinking that a man should do everything or use men for all that they have. Or, oh, if he does not give you money at the time that you ask for it, he's a bad person. All those misandrist perspectives and opinions, I don't believe in that. They are hidden under feminism as a cloak. That is the lie that I don't stand for, and that is what is going to break your marriage abroad. But if you think about the needs of your partner and you think about how you can make your partner's life easier, honestly, feminism, misogyny, all those things won't even happen. You guys will be working hand in hand to see how you can push the marriage forward. How can we achieve a better goal this year with our finances? How can we achieve a better goal this year with how we raise our kids? Which school do we want the kids to go to? Do we need to start opening trust funds for the children? Those are the things you'll be saying. It will no longer be about who is doing which house chore, who is not doing which house chore. Why is she not giving me money? Why is she not giving me attention? Why is she not available in the bedroom? All those things will be easy to talk about because you are aligned on the same thing. So, to bring this video to a very good close, our weather is now getting a whole lot better. We are now in spring. The sun is out. I can finally wear some of my trousers that I brought from Nigeria. Sometimes the sun is out and you can wear your open toe shoes, but sometimes you still have to stick to the layers and all of that. But all in all, I'm always so grateful that I stay here, and It's a beautiful place to stay if you are able to thrive, settle in properly, and you land in the right community. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Do not forget to let me know your thoughts about some of these things that we've discussed today in the comment section. I honestly look forward to bringing guests on my channel, but all my friends are busy 9-to-5ers. Yeah. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do not forget to subscribe, give this video a huge thumbs up, and I'm going to catch you guys in the very next one. Bye. Did I cut my hair? Is that a wig? I think it's a wig. I know it's a wig. What am I saying? It's a wig. But I styled it differently this time around. Yeah. Cute.